Hello and welcome. You're watching Rev Sports. I'm Rohit Juglan, and we are just almost 30 hours away from the first game that India has to play in this Asia Cup. In this particular video, we will talk about what will be the combination, the final playing 11 for Team India, because everything was going all well. I think everything was sorted as far as playing 11 is concerned in at least my head. Before that, the Morne Mokel press conference, where he said about the tinge of grass in the Dubai pitch, and there could be two different reasons for that. Yes, there were some new pitches laid down, earlier on as far as this Dubai International Stadium is concerned, and that could be a factor. And the other part is obviously the heat, that there could be a covering of the main wicket, and they want to cover the main wicket of this heat, and that's why they have put a extra layer of grass in that Dubai International Stadium wicket. So Morne Mokel, yes, without a doubt, he hasn't said much as far as playing 11 or the combinations are concerned. He focused more on the part timers, how they can be they can play a very useful hand as far as when the captain needs them, either Abhishek Sharma or a Tilak Verma, or for that matter a Rinku Singh. There were at least all of them bowled more than 15-20 minutes on different days. Once it was Rinku Singh, on the very first day it was Abhishek Sharma and Tilak Verma, and yesterday also on the day 3 of the practice session. And match day -2, for me, I think match day -2 will tell you that what actually they are doing. And that's the most interesting part about match day -2, that you see all the players going full throttle, you see all of them participating in it, and you see a different kind of or a final kind of planning going into the things. So that's where we're going to talk about that, what we saw in match day before match day -3, on day 3 of the practice, and what it was on match day -2. That was obviously yesterday, and then yes, we'll go on to discuss about this playing 11 combination, because there are still, I think, 1-2 factors where team is still discussing on that, whether who you want at number 8, whether you want 2 fast bowlers or just 1 fast bowler. So these are the different things. I think Jitesh and Sanju is already clear, and I've told that in multiple videos that what I saw on different days as far as Sanju and Jitesh is concerned. So I really don't know at this point of time that do we have to stretch that, do we have to put one more conversation to that, or it's already done. But we when we are discussing about the playing 11 thing, we will definitely see that what could be the possible playing 11, and obviously the wicket keeper is also a part of it. So we will give a final touch to that conversation also. But before that, yes, it was lovely to see Team India doing a marathon session as far as yesterday is concerned. 2 different facilities as far as the practice is concerned. They started in the ICC Academy, and then they went on to Dubai International Stadium for their fielding practice, because of that ring of fire thing. I already said this, that if you see Dubai International Stadium, and if you go on to check some data related to catches, that's the venue where you see players dropping most of the catches, and that's because of that ring of fire thing. The light straight, it's not like the floodlights, it's not the floodlights there, it's the arc. It's a full circle where you see that lighting on the verge of that circle, on the edges of that, and that creates a different kind of lighting, and a different or a new kind of experience for the fielders, because they were used mostly what in all around the world, it's all the floodlights surrounding the stadium. But here it's not like that. It's something like Ahmedabad. The lightings are on the edges of that circle, and that's where it creates a little bit of problem for certain players. So a good 40-minute session in the DIS, at the DIS Dubai International Stadium, and before that it was all about the way they prepared in the international ICC academy. So the way on day 3 of their practice session, the focus was more on how they can take someone like Abhishek Sharma or a Tilak Verma, or for that matter a Rinku Singh, whoever is playing. And we already at this point of time we are very sure about Abhishek Sharma and Tilak Verma, so let's talk about them. They were very much focused upon how we have to use both of them, how we have to use Abhishek Sharma and Tilak Verma as far as the part-timers are concerned. So there was a lot of focus around, especially on Abhishek Sharma, because he was bowling in tandem with Varun Chakravarti to Hardik Pandya and Surya Kumar Yadav, one of the finest hitters at this point of time all over the world in T20 cricket. So he was constantly bowling, and he was constantly trying to improve himself. And that's where you can see that if there was a day off for any kind of bowler, you will have someone like Abhishek Sharma to round his to roll his arm over. And he did it in a series versus England. He wasn't the part of the Sri Lanka series there. Rinku bowled there. He did that in Zimbabwe also. I was there in Zimbabwe. And mostly when he played, you'll see him bowling, versus a series against England, he bowled. So Indian team is looking for Abhishek Sharma as someone who can bowl in these kind of times where they need someone to bowl a couple of overs. You will see Abhishek Sharma will bowl there, and he has picked up wickets. It's not like that he hasn't picked up wickets. So the focus was on day 3 of their practice session was mostly on one side of the nets. It was about how you can use your part-timers. With that, what I saw in last 3 days, or rather last 4 days, there was one off day also, is that again a lot of focus on Shivam Dube also, that how Shivam Dube is bowling at this point of time. And that's where one big question arises, that are they looking for Shivam Dube also to be part of the squad as a batter, mostly as a batter, and then yes, if there is a need, he can also bowl. But at this point of time, they are only watching Shivam Dube the batter. So is there a place for Shivam Dube the batter? I think it's really difficult at this point of time, that if you are if you are going to play a playing 11 which has Shivam Dube also in it, it will be a different kind of playing 11 than what everyone or almost everyone is trying to make. That will be a different kind of playing 11. But the amount of time he has spent in the nets, the amount of bowling, and plus the amount of batting he did in the nets, I think that's giving you certain indications that yes, Team India is also looking for him also. That he can be a part of the playing 11. So it's sure for me. I think it's sure for me that Shubman Gill will be part of it. And the way Shubman played in all 3 days in the nets, he looked in complete control. He was not someone who was just smacking everything out of the park. He was someone who was timing the ball really well. He was someone who was going aerial also, but it was if you see his batting, it was all about different kind of strokes. It was all about the timing. He was not trying to coming down the track and hitting it over all the time. No, it wasn't like that. It was just pure timing with Shubman Gill. He was clearing the boundaries with ease. He was clearing the boundaries with timing only. But it was all about the work he put in last 3 days again. And I kept on repeating myself when I said this, that if you talk about one most hardworking cricketer in this Indian cricket team, with the ethics, the fitness thing, the catching practices, the batting practice, how hungry he is for everything, it is Shubman Gill. If you talk about the batting, you talk about fielding drills, you talk about fitness, you talk about coming with the team and leaving the field at very last. Yesterday he was doing practice in Dubai International Stadium, and everyone was catching with him, everyone doing the flat catches and everything. Suddenly you saw everyone leaving the field, and there was only one guy left. Some of them were sitting just besides the pitch, but there was this guy who was again telling Dilip sir, T. Dilip fielding coach, that I want some slip catches now, I want some flat catches now. And around 15 minutes everyone left. After around that it's again that all 15 minutes he was there, he was doing all the fielding drills, he was doing all the catching and all the running here and there, and that's his work ethic, and that's a top-notch thing as far as this Indian cricket team is concerned. He is the one, you see him always be there till the very last. He was the one who's the last to leave the field, and that's Shubman Gill for you. So looked really well. Abhishek Sharma again with both bat and bowl. He will be the guy who will set the tone up as far as the new Indian mindset of batting is concerned. He is the one. And I was just looking at his batting, and I was just hearing the conversations around me. Even it was the Pakistani journalist who's also having a closer look at what Abhishek Sharma is doing. And then Tilak Verma, of course. Tilak Verma again really well as far as his batting is concerned. On day one and on day two, he was the one who did most, who spent most of the time in the nets. He did most of the batting as far as Tilak Verma is concerned. So he'll be there. Obviously Captain Surya Kumar Yadav, he doesn't have runs against Pakistan at this point of time, specifically talking about T20 cricket. I don't think he has played any game in 50-over cricket against them. If memory serves me right, I don't think he has played anything in ODI cricket. You guys can tell us in the comment box. But with Surya there, Hardik Pandya there, Jitesh Sharma will be a part of it, and then you have to see that whether it will be around Shivam Dube, or are you again going with someone like you can put a Rinku there already, or you want someone, as I said, that Shivam Dube will be there, or you want a Sanju Samson lower down the order. In the Kerala Cricket League, he started batting somewhere in the middle order, and that was a clear-cut indication from Sanju Samson that you can play me anywhere, where you want, you can play me. But that's where the thing differentiated. He didn't got runs, and then he came up top of the order, and then he scored century. So there was a point there, point put by Sanju Samson, doesn't work that way. But after that, if you'll see, you'll have Akshar Patel, and then you have someone like, whether you want a combination, you are playing against England, and then you are playing against you are playing within Champions Trophy. But yes, we have to see this, that Champions Trophy is a 50-over format. This is a 20-over format. Versus England, they were going with one fast bowler. And if they are going with one fast bowler, suppose they are going with Jasprit Bumrah, they can have that luxury of going with three spinners. Akshar Patel as an all-rounder, Varun Chakravarti and Kuldeep Yadav. And then there is Hardik Pandya also. And then there is, your part-timers also. But apart from that, if you are not adding if you are adding only Varun Chakravarti, who spent a lot of time in the nets, with the bat, almost 40 minutes of batting from Varun Chakravarti. So he spent a lot of time, and he did well in the TNPL also. He won a game hitting a six. So maybe Gautam Gambhir is really interested in making Varun Chakravarti a proper batter. Proper means can't be categorized as someone who's a tail ender. Someone like can become, if with these batting practices, if he can better his batting, I don't think there is no looking back then for Varun Chakravarti. So at this point of time, there is confusion only around whether India will go with three spinners, adding Akshar Patel to it, or they are going with two seamers, and then there will be Jasprit Bumrah and Arshdeep Singh into the picture. So that's what Indian team is thinking at this point of time. There is still confusion, as far as the playing 11s are concerned. I was having a chat with different journalists here, and someone is adding Sanju Samson, someone is saying that no Sanju Samson, someone is saying two spinners, someone is saying three spinners. So it's all going like that here. But as I said, a tinge of grass in the Dubai International Stadium. For me, that's only about, you want to cover the wicket. You don't want the wicket be like the Sharjah one in the final, the way we saw the Tri-Series final. It's looking like that, it was a wicket where you can, hardly get anything as far as the batting is concerned. And that's what Salman Ali Agha told in the post-match press conference, that we knew when we crossed 140 mark, we knew that it's going to be challenging for Afghanistan also. It's not like that's an easy target. So there could be a possibility you will get certain kind of wickets here also in Dubai International Stadium, because as I mentioned earlier, it's really hot here. It's really, the sun is testing you to the limits, and this Asia Cup will be different as far as as compared to other Asia Cups, because the wicket here will be tricky. You can have welter of wickets. There's no problem with that, and there's no stopping that also. But on some days you will get some wickets where you have to be very, very happy with the 140s, 150s or a 160s. Someone like India, where other teams are scoring 140, they have the firepower that they can change the 140 into 170 or 165 or 160. So we'll see that, and we'll tell you. Today is the last practice session. It's match day -1. As I said in the early part of the video, that we are just only 30 hours away from the game. It will be a captain's press conference today also. When you're watching this video, I'll be in the Dubai International Stadium, in as per the India time, and it will be all captain's press conference. So that press conference will be on the way very soon, but we'll put things around. And we'll tell you that what's happening here. Till then, thank you so much. Do like the video, do subscribe the channel, do follow, and do let us know what do you think about the playing 11.